Hello students, welcome to the new session. So in the last class we are talking about phrases and clauses, and so we have discussed about phrases and the different kinds of phrases. So in this class we will speak about the clauses. So there are two parts in for the same chapter, that is phrase and clause. So we will speak about the clauses. So before we move to it, we have to know what is clause. So here clause is a group of words that convey or contains a subject and a predicate, and it gives a meaning. See, there are two types in clauses, that is independent clause and dependent clause. So independent clause will have a subject and a predicate, and it gives a complete meaning. But dependent clause will not have a subject and a predicate, and it won't give a complete sense. It will be a sentence, and it needs a support of an independent sentence in order to stay. So in the last class when we spoke about complex compound sentences, we have learned about the clause and so on. So that's it. And as I said, there are two clauses, that is independent clause and dependent clause. So there are two clauses in the example above, that is principal or dependent clause. So the example is, the boy cannot go to play because he has to finish writing assignment. So here the principal or independent clause is the boy cannot go to play. So that is the independent clause which is there, which means it has subject and a predicate in it, and it will stay by its own. So there is it need not have a support of any other subject or any other clauses. But the dependent clause or the subordinating clause, that is because he has to finish writing the assignment. So this is a subordinate clause which needs the support of the independent clause. So that is the thing. And in the same way which we have seen in phrases, in clauses also there are some kinds, which means the kinds of clauses. So we will just speak about the kinds of clauses. That is, the first one will be noun clause. So here, as we have seen in the phrase also, here the noun clause explains about what the noun is, and it functions as a noun in the sentence. For example, the inspector believes that the thief was an insider. So here the sentence which is there at the last is functioning as a noun clause, and it speaks about, or it functions as a noun, and it occupies the position or the subject. That is, the last segment, that is the thief was an insider. So here it functions as a noun clause, and the whole clause functions as a noun in the sentence. So the first word, the inspector believes. So the word inspector is a subject, and believes is a verb, and the last segment, that the thief was an insider, is the object, and the particular phrase functions as a noun clause in the sentence. So that is with regard to noun clause. And we move to speak about adjective clause. So adjective clause functions as an adjective by describing or qualifying noun. For example, I remember the letter that she wrote to me. So the word that she wrote to me is an adjective clause, and it is also a dependent clause which is there, because I remember the letter. So this is the independent sentence which is there, or independent clause which is there, and the second part, that is that she wrote to her, is the subordinating clause which is there, and it functions as an adjective clause because it speaks about, or it functions as an adjective, or it describes more about or it qualifies noun. I hope you got it. And that is the second one, that is first one is noun clause, noun clause, and then adjective clause, and the last one is next one is adverb clause. Adverb clause. So what is adverb clause? So adverb clause also functions as adverb clause answers the question when, why, where, why, how long, how often, and so on. For example, the thieves could not exchange the packets because the policeman was around. So here they are telling why they are not supposed to exchange the packet, because the policeman was around. So the word "because the policeman was around" is the adverb clause, because it speaks about or it answers the question why, where, how often, how many, and so on. So if the sentence answers this question, it will be an adverb clause. So that is with regard to adverb clause. And the next one is when we speak about adverb clause, we have to know the kinds of adverb clause. That is, there are some kinds of adverb clauses. Like when we studied about adverb, we have studied the kinds of adverb, like adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of reason, and so on. So in the same way, when we come to clause also, these differentiation or this classification is applied. And so we will see what is adverb clause of time. So if the sentence speaks about time and its duration and so on, or if it talks about a time with words, it will be known as the adverb clause of time. That is, we managed to reach the assembly before the bell rang. The word "before the bell rang" is the adverb clause or adverb clause of time, we can say, because before the bell rang is speaking about when they have reached, or it's speaking about the time when they reached the assembly. In the same way, adverb clause of place, that is, it answers the question where in relation to verb. For example, they wanted to buy the house where there is good school. They wanted to buy a house where there is a good school. So here they are talking about where there is a good school. So adverb clause of time speaks about the place and where in relation to the verb. And then the next one is adverb clause of reason. Here adverb, it answers the question why in relation to verb. For example, since you have requested for a refund, they may give you a check. So here, since you have requested for a refund, so why you have requested for refund? Since you have requested for refund, they will give you a check. So it answers the question why. So that is with regard to adverb clause of reason. And the next one, that is adverb clause of manner. It speaks about how or in what way in relation with the verb. That is, he spoke as if he had been given speeches all his life. So it has it answers the question what way, in what way the person has given speech. The next one, try to wrap the parcel exactly as I am doing here. How you are doing, or as I am doing. So that is with regard to adverb clause of manner. And the next one is adverb clause of comparison. That is, she is much older than she claims to be. So here there is a comparison which is there. Or else he is selfish as he is intelligent. He is selfish as he is intelligent. So there is a comparison which is done with regard to selfish or intelligent or whatever it is, and it is, speaks about the adverb clause of comparison. And the next one is adverb clause of result. It tells us the consequences or the result of the action shown by the verb. So, or the consequences or the result of the action is explained in the sentence. For example, the child kept on howling so that the parents had to be called. Or else the next one, the plan had to be perfect so that there was no scope for error. So there is a result or a consequences which they expect. So in such situations we will use an adverb clause of result. So this is about clauses, and we discussed about clause. We have seen the definition, we have seen the independent and dependent clauses, and also we have seen the kinds of subordinate clauses. In subordinate clauses we have noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. So in adverb clause we have seen adverb clause of time, adverb clause of place, adverb clause of reason, adverb clause of manner, adverb clause of comparison, and the last one adverb clause of result. So we have seen all these, and this will be the end of the session and also the chapter, and we will see you in the next session. Thank you.